Hey, and welcome back to the channel. I am so excited for this episode as I have been really just sitting and taking inventory, and I wanted to share with you what is necessary and what is unnecessary for homeschool. If you'd like to hear more, then let's get started. Hey you, did you hit that play button for the very first time? Well, welcome to the channel. If you are returning to the channel or you are a subscriber, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me today. I appreciate it so much. I am Tasha. This is Tasha Pivots, where I talk about all things mamahood and homeschool and how I'm pivoting through this journey. And sometimes most of my videos are always more of like a sit down style because I want you to just feel like you're hanging out with your girlfriend, your other mama friend, in your living room, on the couch, or even in your schoolroom, sharing and growing through this space of what it looks like to be a homeschooling mom. And with that, I have, like I said in the introduction, just really been sitting. I actually filmed this topic a couple of days ago, and it just didn't sit completely right with me. I had to sit with it a little bit longer, and so I'm here now. And I really wanted to share with you, especially if you're a new homeschooling mom or you are returning into a new school year like us. We're going into our third year of just remembering what is necessary and what is unnecessary when it comes to homeschool. And the first one I feel is kind of a given, but for some it may not even come across just yet. And that is, what is your why? Why are you homeschooling? And it's not about what other people say, what other conversations you may have had, or if it's just it's more convenient, whatever that may be. I just say, ask yourself, especially going into a new school year, what is your why? And then write that down. I think it's necessary. It helps fuel us. It sets the foundation and our posture of what we decide when it comes to homeschooling our families. And yeah, so there's the first one. The second one is defining what it is that is important for you and your family when it comes to homeschool. Whether that is you like more of an adventure and outdoors, or if you're a believer and you want the foundation to be coming from a God focus, that is kind of where we lean at. I'm kind of in the middle, actually. I love being out, like taking the kids outside, but really my firm foundation of my entire homeschooling journey is to have God be the root, and everything else sprouts from that. And so I think it's necessary. It's necessary for you to really define what it is what is the experience that you want to give your children, because that connects with your why, right? Once you know why you're homeschooling, then you can say, okay, this is how we would like to homeschool. Now, let me preface this to say that you can always adapt and change and mold. We are not fixed human beings. And so take the pressure off. Whatever you may feel has led you into this journey right now may completely change 6 months from now, may change 6 years from now. So give yourself grace. And then third, I think once you've done that, and those two are the main things. Then the last one is probably the most popular one, I guess I would say, when it comes to you knowing what are the necessary things, is recognizing what is your state mandates and doing your research, knowing what is required if you're doing homeschool in your state. I think, I didn't even know that. I actually just Googled the day I decided I was going to homeschool. And for the state of Texas, it only requires us to do the only 5 subjects of spelling, grammar, reading, math, and good citizenship. And so it's necessary to know that, because especially if you're entering into this journey new, you may feel overwhelmed that you need to do art and science, and you've got to have history and all these different layers, and that might not be required for your state. Excuse me. And you may want to change that. You may want to say, I want to add all these things in. But knowing that you just have to have a certain core, find the core of it, and then if you have space and there's room for growth, then do so. Honestly, that's what we've done. I do history, I do science, I do art, and we also do extracurricular activities. And so all of that is honestly up to us and up to me as the guide and teacher of my children to figure out if this is something we can fit in our homeschooling and that we are still honoring what is required by our state. Now, with those three, I feel like they're pretty much main. I could go on, but I feel like those are like really the main ones when it comes to the necessary things that we need when it comes to homeschool. Now let's move to the opposite end. Now, I feel like there's not three. I feel like there's just one main one that I really feel like my heart is to share with you guys because I see it being so flooded. As we're entering this new school year, you're seeing a lot of us like me as a creator here, an encourager and advocate of sharing all the things that we are choosing for our curriculum. What is what we're excited to be pulling and sharing our hauls and our supplies and all these things. And I think all of it is wonderful. It helps us to navigate in such a different way than it used to be. I feel like I couldn't even imagine what homeschooling moms did 20 years ago because they didn't have as much of an accessibility to know, oh, I could see a full flip through of a curriculum. I could see what different supplemental books and activities I could be using with my child that maybe catch them and their children grow and learn similar to mine. So I have something to reference. All of those are like huge benefits and is also another reason why I am here and why I do these videos. But I also want to not act like the elephant's in the room and not speak to it. Consumerism is real, and it is very easy for us to get very lost in having to have all the things, because if we don't have all the things, then we're not adequate or we're not living up to the potential of giving our children the best. And I want to say and speak truth to you, as always, is that all you have is all you need. And so therefore, yes, use us, these content creators here and even in all other social media platforms. Yes, use it as a resource, use it as a support system, but never let it change your heart to feel that you have to live up to something. I am never here, I can only speak really for myself, I am never here to put shame, guilt, or condemnation onto you. All I'm here is to share my experience and to inspire and encourage you, and also to just share with you my journey. And so whatever you gather from that, I hope that that is all positive, and that never is it, oh, I gotta have this, I gotta get that, if I don't get that, this. No. I share what we have because it's been working for our family, but I also live on a budget. I am a real person, and my children are real children, and so we have to honor ourselves and honor our families and recognize that, like, you don't need a huge homeschooling room. You don't have to do it in your kitchen. Like, you don't have to do it in your living room. You can do school where it best fits for you guys. If that means that every day you guys go to a park and you sit at a bench and you guys do school, hey, do you. If it means that you don't do school 5 days a week for 4 to 8 hours a day, that's okay too. And so I believe that it's not necessary for us to get lost in trying to be or mimic other people, because all we're doing is we're not giving our children our best selves. God appointed you to be the best and are the best for your children. He didn't ask anybody else to do it. And so we just have to remember that. And I think I had to remember it too. You know, it's really, even in this, being on the other side of the lens and being the one that shares all the time, I get pulled into the consumerism. I see the things, I see the cool gadgets and the activities, and I'm like, oh, ooh. But also we have to check our heart posture and say, you know, is this really what my child needs? Because all the supplemental books, all the read alouds, all of the supplies, all the things, if my children are not having a connection when it comes to what they're learning, as well as having connection with me, giving the ability to teach them, then all these things don't matter. So I hope this video encouraged you guys to remember what is necessary when it comes to homeschool and when not. If you have any questions or thoughts, please put it in the comments below. I'd love to read them and engage with you guys. Until next time, give this video a warm thumbs up, and I will see you on the next video. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.